Hi dear students, let's see this question that was asked in J Advanced Paper 2 Physics 2020. This was a simple question based on work energy theorem and this involved the concept of dipole and potential energy. So let us see what is happening over here. Initially, there's like a string is hanging which contains which on the on the bottom end of the string, a particle with charge q and mass m is present. Now an external agent brings a dipole from infinity very slowly and places the dipole at this location where the charge was initially present. Due to the electrostatic repulsion between the charge and the dipole, the charge has taken, like it has deviated by an angle of alpha, as you can see over here. So we have to find the work done by the external agent in the form of n into mgh. So basically we have to represent our answer in terms of some numeric constant into mgh, right? Out of charity, IIT has given you the that this length is 2l sine alpha by 2, which anyway was computable very easily. But they've also given one important hint to use Lami's theorem. Now, what is Lami's theorem? Let us first understand that. I'm sure many of you might be knowing that, but still, let me tell you what is Lami's theorem and how do we prove that. So basically, it says that when three forces are in equilibrium, let us say this is F1, this is F2, and this is F3. So if these three forces are in equilibrium, that means the vector sum is zero, then the magnitude of the force divided by sine of opposite angle is constant. So for example, if this angle is alpha 3, this angle is alpha 1, and this angle is alpha 2. So according to Lami's theorem, F3 by sine of alpha 3, that means this force divided by magnitude of this, sine of this, is equals to F1 divided by sine of alpha 1 is equals to F2 divided by sine of alpha 2. Now this is nothing but sine rule only, correct? So we can, if you want to see the proof of that, then I can simply show you that this can be proved very easily. So if you draw this F3 like this, F2 we can draw like this. So basically I have shifted this vector over here, and F1 will complete the triangle since the net vector is 0. So you can see that the angle between F2 and F3 was alpha 1. So this is F3 and this is F2. So you can see that this angle was alpha 1, correct? Similarly, if you see that angle between F3 and F1 was alpha 2. So this is F3 and this is F3 and F1 was alpha 2, sorry. So F3 and F1. So basically, if you extend this, then this angle will be alpha 2. And same in the same way, this angle will be alpha 3. Now it is very easy to see by sine rule that this length, which is f3, divided by sine of this angle, correct? So basically this will become 180 minus alpha 3. So f3 upon sine of 180 minus alpha 3, which anyway is sine alpha 3 only, is equals to f2 upon this sine of this angle. So f2 upon sine of 180 minus alpha 2, so which is sine of alpha 2, which is equals to f1 upon sine of alpha 1. So this is, as you can see, Lami's theorem is nothing but sine rule only. So IT had given an idea to use this theorem, so which we will use. I will tell you a magical solution, just 2 or 3 lines, and you will get the answer. So let's see how do we do this question. So basically, the work done by the external agent is simply the change in the potential energy. Initially, the particle was over here, so it has risen by a height h. So there is a increment in the gravitational potential energy. Also, there is increment in the electrostatic potential energy. Initially, there was no interaction between the dipole and the charge, and hence we can assume that the initial potential energy of the system, electrostatic potential energy of the system was 0. So let's write the electrostatic force in this in the present scenario between the dipole and the charge. So we can say the field of the dipole at this location is 2 kp by r cube, because this is an equatorial position for the dipole. So 2 kp by r, which is this distance, 2L sine of alpha by 2, 2 kp by r cube into the charge. So this is the electrostatic force which we can say is going in this direction, mg is going in this direction on this q, and tension is going in this direction. So as I said, as IT had given the hint to apply Lami's theorem, so I'm going to apply Lami's theorem. So this is the electrostatic force on this charge q which is acting in this direction. What will be the, so basically we have to find this angle. If you extend this line slightly, so this angle will be alpha, because this angle was alpha, so we can say this angle will be alpha only. So this angle will be 180 minus alpha, right? So electrostatic force divided by sine of this angle, which is 180 minus alpha. So we can write sine alpha. So electrostatic force divided by sine of this angle will be equals to mg divided by sine of this angle. So this is mg divided by sine of this angle. Now if you see this angle is alpha, this angle is isosceles triangle. So this triangle is isosceles. So we can say that this will be 90 minus alpha by 2. Hence this angle will be 90 plus alpha by 2, because total will be 180. So we can say here we are going to get sine of 90 plus alpha by 2, right? So this becomes, now this you can see this is cos of alpha by 2. So we can expand this sine alpha as 2 sine alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2. So this will become 2 kpq divided by this 2 to the 4 to the 8 L cube sine alpha by 2, sine alpha by 2 will be generated from here, which will make it power 4, right? And 2 will also come, that 2 will cancel this, cos alpha by 2 will cancel this, mg divided by cos of alpha by 2. So basically we can say that we have got the value of mg. Now it is very easy to see what is h. See, this angle is alpha, this angle is 90 minus alpha by 2, hence this angle will be alpha by 2, right? So it is easy to see that this h will be 2L sine alpha by 2 cos sine alpha by 2. That means h ko we can write, this is hypotenuse into sine alpha by 2, 2L sine square alpha by 2. I hope you got this. So from here you can see that kpq upon what I'm doing is I'm keeping L square over here. Let me keep 2 also, like, yeah, let me keep 4 here and 2 I'll send this way. So L square, this will become sine square alpha by 2. So what factors I have taken? 1, 2 I have taken, 1 L I have taken, and sine square alpha by 2. Basically this. So that is h only. So this will become mgh. I hope you understood this step, right? So mgh ka value I have found. Now the question is pretty simple. So initial potential, gravitational potential energy we can assume to be 0 of this particle. So now the potential energy, gravitational potential energy is mgh plus electrostatic potential energy, which we can write very easily. The potential of the dipole at this point is kp by r square. So which is kp by r, which is again 2L sine alpha by 2. So which when squared will become like this into the charge. So you can see this is the net electrostatic potential energy, and this is the net gravitational potential energy, or we can say gain in the gravitational potential energy. So this is the net energy of the system, which must have been equal to the work done by the external agent, since initially there was no potential energy. And you will be happy to see that this is nothing but mgh itself. So the answer becomes 2 mgh. Hence n becomes 2, because we were required to find the answer in terms of n into mgh. So n becomes 2. So I hope you would have been happy to see the solution. This was, in my opinion, a very crisp, small, short solution. Thank you.